Hey YouTube, this is React City. I'm Johnny.
I'm Rose.
Nikki.
And this is the React Cast.
Wow.
So, we had a pretty interesting couple of weeks. So, to start with a fun fact, because it leads into the secondary thing. So, we had Sherringford Hope tell us, because we were watching Demon Slayer, and they had sword reveal in episode 3. He said, it's a little fun fact, not at all related to Demon Slayer, but a sword was discovered in the 1960s, referred to as a sword of Goujian. It is a sword that is at least 2,500 years old and is still unusually sharp and clean. It just came to mind with this sword that was introduced. So I'll put it up on the screen. I've seen this sword before, actually. Yeah, it is Goujian. It is a tin bronze sword.
Goujian.
Goujian?
Goujian. Oh, wow.
It is very pretty. Very ornate.
2,000 years?
2,500 years.
2,500 years.
Tin and brass?
No, tin bronze.
Tin bronze. I have to keep that in mind if I ever want to preserve something eternally. It has to be done in tin bronze.
But you have to also learn the manner in which they did it.
Nah, I'm just fine.
Yeah, so they've also pointed out that the scabbard it was in was almost airtight, and so there's a series
that's why it didn't rust.
Yeah, a series of chemical reactions kind of helped seal the outside.
Nice.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, like, what does that say about this sword in Demon Slayer? Like, rusted after 300.
Yeah, that one was just sitting in there, no protection or
No
anything.
protection, yeah.
I imagine the guy who put it there is like, someday someone will come along to use this sword, puts it in. It's like, I didn't think it'd take that long.
Yeah. It was that strong.
No. Well, speaking of which, so Demon Slayer's back.
Demon Slayer's back. And everybody's hype about it.
Oh yeah,
It's so great.
I'm so happy.
I've seen lots of old subscribers come back that used to watch from a long time ago, commenting down below. It's been nice to see.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just like Demon Slayer, there's like no loss of time. The plot has moved so quickly.
Yes,
Oh,
like
yes.
everything is boom, boom, boom. Like we're already into the next big bad.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, when we started hearing about the lower moons and then the upper moons, my mind immediately went, lower moons, alright, so I guess in this one we'll fight this guy, he'll be our nemesis for like this season, and maybe half next season,
Yeah.
and then we'll move on to the next one and we'll slowly work our way up.
No.
Dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dead.
We meet Muzan in the first season?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I did not see that coming.
We meet him before we meet any of the moons.
Anybody else? Yes.
Oh no, we meet him after we meet the first lower moon. I think.
I don't remember.
Yes.
I know we meet some really bad ones, but they weren't moons at all. I remember. And we're like, these are that bad and they're not moons.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Demon Slayer.
When we saw Muzan for the first time, I was just thinking, like, he cannot be the big bad. Like, he's gonna get introduced. We're gonna fight his minions, because remember those guys that I sent at the doctor's place?
Yeah.
And then we'll kill him, and it turns out there's someone behind him, or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, he is the king.
He is the king. And every time we see him, that's the other thing. Every time we see him is like they upgrade the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like each new meeting of Muzan, we learn a little bit more about him. Like, I think the second time that I remember we met him was when Akaza came off fighting Rengoku. And he was really angry, remember? And he's like, whoa, this guy has a temper. He was just destroying something that looked like took him a long time to make her or something.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was as a little boy at that point.
Yeah. Because for some reason he can body swap. Because I think once before that he was a woman when he told the train guy to go do train things.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, I was just saying, and yeah, that time we realize, okay, he has a very bad temper, and then we see his amazing castle. The next time we see him, like this castle maze, like every time we meet this guy, it's more epic.
Yeah, and it gets more and more like, how is
this? Yes.
How are we supposed to be this guy?
Yeah. It's like, this is impossible.
I don't think, no.
Not Tanjiro.
Not for humans, no.
Not even our Hashira friends. No.
All of them, no.
None of them.
Honestly, it looks like, if I'm going to go out on a limb, I say the only way he loses is through his own pride. He goes down to fight somebody when he doesn't have to. And he takes a shot that he had no business taking. Not necessarily like standing there and saying, hit me, but like he doesn't have to fight. He can long range use those huge arms and just crush people, right?
Yeah.
But he's going to go down there to prove a point and get his head cut off.
Yeah. That might be. I'd hate for that to be it, because I feel like they've been building up our boys Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke to be like improving at a rapid pace. And also even our master, he has been like, it's been how long and we finally made a breakthrough. Like, it just feels like, no, we're getting stronger. And I feel like that's how I want us to beat him because we're stronger.
Yeah.
I think even with giving them a chance, it's going to take everything they have.
Oh yeah, it'll still take everything, but we'll still be stronger. We'll strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the season's back. I know you guys already said that, the speed is here and stuff like that. But how do you feel about so far? We're on episode, I believe 4? No, 3?
4.
4?
I don't remember. I can check right now.
4. We're gonna watch episode 4.
Yeah, 4 is next.
Yeah, 4 is next. We just got introduced to the fan demon.
Yeah, it feels like we are way through a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on episode 3.
For what we are encountering right now, it's like, we shouldn't be here. We're supposed to be enjoying the Swordsmith Village. Although, that's the one thing I will say. I was a little worried when we just came off the whole entertainment district that was so big and epic and how it ended. And they were like, we're going to the Swordsmith Village as the next arc?
Yeah.
Lame.
I thought the same thing.
I was like, it's okay. I like Demon Slayer. I'll just put up with it.
I was like, oh, this is gonna... I was feeling like this was gonna be our relaxation filler arc.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought so too.
Yes.
A little did I know.
Little did we know. Oh my gosh. Immediately into it.
Fools.
Can't have anything you know how to do. But, yeah, he's trying to just chill at this place, and so we encountered that guy who can regenerate seemingly.
Genya.
I wanted to ask you guys if you guys formulated any theories on that or anything in general in the show that we have seen so far. Is there anything that you've been working on in the background?
My ideas...
Spoilers!
Branch off.
Spoilers.
I don't know. It might be.
Okay.
Well, this is a guy we think can regenerate.
Yeah.
Either he's the son of one of the demons, like something like that happening, or he's been infected.
Infected. Oh, and like maybe he's changing slowly.
Or something.
Or
maybe he got infected once and maybe his brother tried to save him, pulled his poison out, but it's affected him somehow.
Maybe that's why he's always angry boy.
They did point out that he and his brother don't get along, and Stone is also the one who was taking pity on Tanjiro and Nezuko's like, this poor kids, put them out of their misery.
So he like looks down on him because of some sort of infection, demon infection.
Or he sees it as not even like his brother, and he needs to just get rid of it or something like that. But he's still the one training him.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, my theory is along those lines where I feel like it's definitely demon blood related. Like I was thinking even something like we've seen other, like Tamayo for example, who can like Tamayo, the doctor girl. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, she was looking away like she didn't understand. The doctor girl that can hide from everybody, right? She had found a way to like cut her mental connection to Muzan. So there's a way to exist as a demon, but not a bad demon so far. And we know Nezuko, of course. So I just wonder if there's like another halfway point. Like then Tamayo's a halfway point, then there's a halfway of the halfway point. You know what I mean? That maybe Genya is.
It'd be very interesting. I mean, he specifically was pulling out his incisors, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there's something to do with once they come in, that's when it starts or something like that. And it's like staving it off by ripping it up before it pulls all the way.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think that it was the incisors because they would obviously look more like you got fangs.
Yeah.
And so maybe he's like trying to hide it. That's a good point. So like maybe he pulls it out and his regular ones grows back for a while and then it maybe gets replaced by the fangy ones again and he's going to pull them out again.
Longer, yeah.
We're gonna get it all solved next week because he just got stabbed.
Oh yeah.
That happened.
Although they could just like skip that entire scene right now and deal with Tanjiro.
Oh yeah, because Tanjiro is about to get point blank.
And also we have mist going on right now too, so we have a lot of other things to deal with. I feel being Demon Slayer though, they'll probably flash back.
One episode, all this will be one episode. And the plot twist.
I don't know. How do you think... I don't think, in my own opinion, I don't think Tokito Mist is going to like actually fight Vase Demon. I think he might just strategic retreat with the kid at some point. Because Uzui had to take, what's his name? The 6th Upper Moon and it took everything and a Tanjiro and an Inosuke and a Zenitsu to actually do something.
That's true. And do you remember at what point he got poisoned?
Uzui?
Early in the fight.
It was early, yeah. Was it by someone's mistake, or do you remember what happened?
No, he got stabbed, and then he was like, wait, there's poison involved.
Oh, yeah. It's like he maybe wasn't trying to not be stabbed, maybe. Because I'm trying to think if there's a way that if Mist fought more strategically, and also the idea of, like, maybe the power ranking thing of, you know, if Uzui couldn't take him, surely Mist can't take this one. But maybe if they'll tie in more strategy might help him more. And the fact that he's not injured at all. I don't know. Just a thought.
I don't know, because I haven't seen Mist fight that much, but I don't know if he seems so airheaded. I don't know if strategy rather than literally just going with the flow is the way he fights. Because Uzui, I can see him strategizing. He was a shinobi. Shinobi. There we go. Yeah. So I can see him like thinking tactically and like, but also like with a smile on his face, because that's just how he is. But Mist, I don't know.
That's a good point. But also, we see Mist having angry boy face.
Yes, he had angry boy face.
Could be changing.
Yeah, I think maybe the airheadedness shows when he's in social situations. I'm gonna guess that once he's actually in combat, he kind of flops onto his real self.
Maybe.
Something like that.
That's his Nen ability.
He's also only been in this Demon Slayer thing for like 5 months.
Yes, he's the newest.
Yeah.
But didn't they also say he's like one of the strongest ones too?
They've said something like that.
Yeah. So it would make sense, like a stronger Hashira versus a stronger Upper Moon.
I looked around. It's really hard to look this stuff up, so I only got a select few samples. But people talking about strength ranking, most people put Rengoku at probably he was the strongest.
Oh yeah, and they did say he was the strongest.
He was outright the strongest. People put Stone up there, the brother of Genya, and they also put Mist up there. So there's the 3 common ones that I see at the top, so maybe we'll get to see that.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get to see a good fight. Good fight. This fish thing, by the way, it was because Mist was talking about how it was like a puppet kind of, like the way he was referring to it is like it's just being controlled by someone. It's not even the real bad guy, basically. So I was wondering if you were saying there's a possibility he'll fight Vase. Do you think this is Vase controlling this one?
Fish?
The fish thing.
Oh, the fish monster that was attacking the kid.
Oh.
Did you forget the giant fish face?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, what? We went fishing? What were we? What? Eating fish? Seafood? Takoyaki? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I really have no clue, because the vase is there. It's on top of it.
I didn't see it. That's why I was confused, because I was trying to look for a connection to one of the other demons, but I didn't see the vase at all.
Yeah,
I didn't see it either.
It was just on the head? Oh, okay. Then it is him.
That is him.
Okay.
But for some reason, he has an amorphous shape, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had that concept in other shows. We saw that in Mob Psycho. We saw that in another one. I can't remember which. But they have the whole, like, lots of demons in a jar kind of thing. So I'm guessing that's his whole shtick, is he's got lots of different subforms inside this jar. Something like that. Maybe got to smash the jar. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's like a genie when he comes out of it. It's just kind of slithery.
Yeah, he's the most disfigured of all of them that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, is that... Like, I've always wondered about the mechanics of it. Like, do you change physically as time goes on to become more monstrous? Because I got the feeling that the 6th one that we killed last time with Tengen was the youngest of the Upper Moons. And he also looked the most human of all the Upper Moons. I'm wondering if it's something like that.
It does seem like the more you lose your humanity, the less human you look. Because the only reason he had his humanity was because he had a sister.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then everybody else is just crazy. But we do have like a 6-eyed monster guy there as well.
Number 1.
And what the other guy also looks really human. The one with the red shirt.
Duma.
Yeah.
Duma.
Or Doma.
It's Doma. And I was also saying Akaza. Akaza doesn't look that inhuman. He has a different color skin. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
he's a redhead.
He's a ginger. Yeah. And I also think he's quite like he gets emotionally high strung a lot, especially more than the others.
Yeah. Although he is number 3. Although, is it that the lower moons didn't have a ranking, or was it that the upper moons didn't have a ranking? I don't remember.
I believe it's the upper.
The upper, okay, it's in no
upper.
particular order. Okay.
But
No.
it has to be.
It is.
Yeah,
ranking.
because the 6-eyed one is number 1.
Yeah, and someone brought it up that they were upset that he got passed. Akaza.
Yes, Domo passed Akaza, and he came in after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he definitely is in higher
Okay.
rank. They're in order. So I think the lower ones weren't in order.
It was that because we had a comment specifically say that it was a big. It doesn't matter that we didn't see the other ones fight because they weren't in order, and the strongest one is one that we saw got killed. So all the others were weaker than him.
Oh, that's why what's his name Muzan didn't even care. Just like kill them all.
Okie doke.
Except for Train Lad.
Train lad.
Oh yeah.
If I was Muzan, I'd be very worried.
I think he is.
Yeah,
He's just
That's
kind of
showing
like.
it.
I think his worry is more like coming out as just anger, was like how dare they kind of thing. But he is really just scared. He's a scared little man.
Yes, doing his alchemy.
I really want to learn more about that blue spider lily.
Yes,
what his
that he can't
experiments
find.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another big thing happened this week, which was Mandalorian ended last week.
Yes. And it ended with a bang.
Yes.
Yeah, big bang. So what did you guys think of the show overall as like a channel show?
For the channel, I almost never look at the numbers, so you guys have to tell me.
I didn't really pay attention. I did notice that it doesn't do as well for the channel, but I like the show just to watch the show. It doesn't fit, but it definitely doesn't fit our current, like, what is it, like, spectrum
Genre.
of shows that we like to watch, that we do well watching, I would say. Especially because it's so much more of a longer show. We kind of have to pace ourselves with our energy, and we don't do that. But I enjoyed it. I'm glad we got to see it, and I think it ended in a way that I think we've already talked about not continuing on the show, and I feel happy with where it ended for that to be the last one, that we don't continue with it on the channel.
Maybe Disney is doing a total rule of thirds or a rule of trilogy where anything Star Wars related can only have 3 seasons.
Yes.
We can only do 3 of anything.
Yeah, I don't know if they could do that if the cha-chings call loud enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this already got approved for season 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's already written entirely like they're going to do
Rule of 3.
I'll watch it, but
Yeah, same.
I don't know if we'll react to it.
it. You know, I'm honestly, I don't know if I'll watch it.
Really?
Like I might, because I think I'd watch what people say about it for the first couple episodes, and then I might watch the first episode. But it ended on such a nice note for me.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what are they gonna do in the next season? I don't wanna. I like where we're relaxing in our little house out on the lava flats.
I mean, my issue with it might be a little different from you. I think you like ending on a sweet spot. If they try to change things away from him, because it feels like they've kind of been moving away from Jin, and I don't like that. I came to watch Jin, and if they do move away from Jin to other characters, I'm just out.
That's why I was very happy with the last episode. I felt like they came back to him in the last episode, especially in the very end. And we literally just kind of threw away Bo at the end. Did you notice? Yeah. It was just like, I don't know. It just felt like we went like, psych. I went this way. But I was happy because I wanted it to be about them. But I don't know, with their track record so far, I really wonder what they're going to do with season 4. Are they just going to have more Bo tied in? Are they going to give Din more, what is it? Adventure, because now there's the idea of him fighting on the Outer Rim. Maybe adventures that way, more just kind of like a, what is it? What do you call those games? You just go to role play games, not role play. Just go around and do quests.
Side quests.
Not side quests. Just this quest is your life. It's quests.
It also depends, because this show, its fans introed into really cool gunslinger, basically. I don't know,
and
like
fighting skills and shiny
stuff like
armor being used.
Yeah, I kind of felt like they were maybe going to transition back to that. Because now we've basically done a whole reset where he was just gunslinger going around doing different jobs,
and now he's doing it again.
And now he's doing that again. Yeah, he's trying to train train the little one.
Yeah, because that was what he got told after he adopted Grogu officially. He's like, you need to now go and join adventures and train your little one. That is his job now.
Yes.
So, yeah, I can see them doing that. More gunslinging.
Dude, I said it in a reaction, but I'm still so happy that they didn't do the cliche where Axel's lost position of leadership, then he betrays or dies.
Yes.
It's like, wow, they actually didn't do a trope.
Yes.
New Age Star Wars.
I'm so happy.
And then he's leading the band. He's just like, for Mandalorian, he's cheering on everybody. He's just being great.
Yes.
Everybody
gets
you
to
an
stay
Axel.
alive.
They'll usurp you, but take it lightly when you take it back. It's fine.
He was just holding the spot, honestly.
One thing I do have to say about the show, I feel like Gideon was a bit overused. I don't know.
Yeah, actually.
You feel that way too?
Yeah, I feel like he didn't need to be the one to come back. It just felt like a super evil, like it kind of got super villain-esque vibes from him coming back.
Saturday you meet up to another fight.
Yeah, like the Joker to a Batman, Whereas I feel like if it was like another people or whatever, or even Elia Kane, who's like trying to take up the mantle of Moff Gideon or whatever.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have felt that way. I don't know.
I have nothing to say about that because I was just like, oh, bad guy, let's get him.
Yeah, I mean, with season 2, the way that he got defeated in combat and then arrested, I was like, well, he's probably going to be a problem for someone else. But I didn't consider that with live action shows, they do this a lot, where they have a villain, and he's just a show's villain for seasons. And he shows up, he goes away, shows up, he goes away. So it very much is that Saturday morning cartoon villain kind of thing.
Yeah.
But with him, it was just, he stopped being, I don't know, not imposing or threatening. He just stopped being, I couldn't take him as seriously. Like, I was waiting for something that was also interesting to show up. Whereas I know what he's about. I know what he wants. He's just going to come up with more faceless troops and shoot at you. That's what he does every time. It's not going to work. So I wasn't really expecting a lot from him. Despite the fact the fight was amazing. The episode was great. I loved the episode. But him as a villain, I just didn't care anymore.
And the unfortunate thing that I feel like, if you think about it, the way he went out in the last one, it doesn't feel complete.
Really?
No. Yeah. Like, just think about it. A proper death by fire is
going out Indiana Jones skull set.
Yeah, but it was just fire engulfed. He disappeared.
This is Disney.
I know, but still, it was so no.
I know you did.
It was just still so fast.
Yeah.
It was fast, and all of a sudden, like, we were just, what about our people who care about our people who get distracted, kind of thing. And it was like, I don't believe it.
I honestly kind of feel like they're just gonna bring it back.
I'm scared of that. Like, I feel like the way they did it, that they could easily just say he's now made. He's now Anakin 2.0.
But also, he was in the armor. And the armor is supposed to be powered armor. It's supposed to be super cool and whatever. Maybe he's fireproof.
Yes.
I was wondering about that. He was in super armor that was powered. Like, we haven't seen armor that good in forever. Entirely made out of Beskar. Like, how is he really burnt to death?
No.
They did the point of showing Jin being on fire.
That's what I was gonna say. I just realized that.
Yeah, they blew fire on him and he was surviving. Although, I mean, he could have been getting hot in there, but still, like, he was also, Gideon was at the edge of the cliff. He could have just fallen
into more fire.
Yeah, but he fall out of the way of this billowing one, and then maybe find somewhere else to stay safe.
Well, the billowing was coming from also down there.
Yeah, I know, but they could have come up with something.
Did he have a jetpack? I think he did, right?
I don't know, actually. He didn't show it off, but he could have.
Everybody else did, so I'd assume he does.
He should have.
Yeah.
What's really interesting about these shows is they tend to give the villain something that's really broken OP that no one else in the universe has, and that was the cloning technology. Like legit, if the Emperor got that cloning technology, he would have done everything like 30 years earlier.
Yeah.
When Luke was still young, he would have been back and had the whole thing. Amazing. His hubris. So you said you had a little bit of a rant. Which was the final one, Buddy Daddies, right?
Yes. Not really a rant, just kind of a review of a genre that for me is underappreciated. I love it. Just sudden parenthood. Okay, so but with a twist, because with Buddy Daddies, they are assassins.
Oh, okay.
And then they get saddled with the little girl because on one of their ways to assassinate the people, she's there and she's looking for her dad. Turns out the person they're assassinating is her dad, and they find out later.
Did they already do it?
Yeah.
Oh. No.
While she was there, but they did a great job of distracting her, so she didn't see the dead bodies. But yeah.
Poor kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now they feel what is it, like, responsible?
Yeah, initially. Well, one of the characters, he had a wife before and she was pregnant, so he was she died, of course, because that's why he's all assassiny. Well, actually, I think he was assassiny before. They didn't clear that up a whole lot, I gotta be honest. But he starts feeling really fatherly towards her. Yeah,
the blonde one,
the happier looking one.
Oh.
Yes. So he takes her on because he was basically being a father to the other guy.
Oh.
He was like cooking and cleaning his place and everything, and the other guy is a gamer, so all he wants to do is game and shoot people. And it's just a really funny genre of like trying to figure out parent stuff.
Yeah.
While being oblivious.
Yeah.
And also being like, should we keep her? Should we not?
How old is she? Like, what would you say? Can she talk?
5.
Oh, she can talk?
Yeah, she can talk.
Like, is she babbly talking or like making sense?
She's talking. Yes.
Okay.
But she's still like can be distracted by
Easily.
upsies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's relatively young. Yeah, like 4 or 5. Okay.
Yes.
Does she know her dad's dead? Did she ask where he is?
No. Does she know? Oh, she thinks that one of these guys are her dad.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Can she not see? Is she blind?
I'm trying to remember because it was like in the first episode that they explained this. She had a picture and a letter from her mother because her mother basically just sent her off.
Oh, okay, that explains it. That's all. You don't have to say anymore.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And after they did the assassination, they're like trying to figure out what to do with the girl. They find the letter and they see the picture is the guy that they just killed. So now they're trying to figure it out, and then they take her to the park, and then she starts calling them dad.
Okay.
And blonde hair guy is like. And black haired guy is like, I don't know what to do with this information. But he eventually starts making a connection with her, and he's like, okay, fine. I'm her daddy.
So legally, have they adopted
Yes.
her, or just run around with this kid?
They're assassins, so they forged some documents.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
That's
and stuff for her.
That's enough.
But yeah, they brought her to work once, and that did not work.
No, doesn't sound like it would.
No.
Sounds like fun though. Fun to watch.
They were like, stay in the car. And then they went to try and assassinate this guy, but she's like, I gotta pee. So she goes in.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she's like, I gotta pee.
Goes to find them.
No, she goes up to the house, and some guy is like, who's this kid? And then, but I'm trying to remember the scene exactly. But then I think one of the other guys comes around, and she sees him and is like, Daddy! But he was supposed to be like one of the workers there or something, and I was like, just pretend you brought your kid to work. But no, for some reason your knee-jerk reaction is get him. So
You never know.
they're supposed to be repair guys. It's totally plausible.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, I told her to stay in the car.
Yeah. And so then afterwards they're like, daycare is something we need.
Can you imagine? They're just like, wait, you work here for 5 hours. That is child abuse. He just calls the cops. You're right. We should have killed him.
Yeah, he probably made the right choice there.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of curious. So how do you come across these shows? You've mentioned before that you're watching through and you just see one that you like.
Yeah, I mostly just home pages of stuff. Like I found this one on Crunchyroll. It was on like right when it was coming out. I think episode 2 was out, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And then for usual stuff, what's it called? There's another, I'm not sure, legal anime watching site. They just, their front page, whatever gets posted onto the website goes straight onto there. So even if it's like episode 6, it'll tell you episode 6 of this show is out. So like everything on the site gets scrolled through the front page. So I get to see like literally every anime in existence. And that site has also been taking on a lot of Chinese anime. They've been posting Chinese anime onto there. Have mixed feelings on Chinese anime, but there's some good ones. The way their seasons work, they don't have like a full arc that feels like an ending and complete. It's one that I watched where it's like twins, one brother dies, but somehow he's able to see the brother's ghost. That anime, the season ended like episode 6 of a 12 episode season would end, where it's like, what's completed here?
Okay.
Nothing has been concluded. I need help.
Okay.
And then season 2 came out and it ended the same kind of way, and I was like, I'm not doing this again. But then I did it again with another Chinese anime, and of course same thing happened. I think it's because they're animes that are based off of the
like a real like old stories.
No, not old stories, but the not manga. I forgot, manhua. They're based off of manhua. So I guess they expect you to just go
back. Oh.
And continue, but it doesn't. No, it's a different platform. Need different treatment, please.
Interesting, because that's how animes originally started too. Like they're just ads for the manga.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They're just kind of a little bit behind on the development.
But it still doesn't feel like a complete story of whatever they were telling in the anime. Very annoying.
I was actually expecting you to say something like the seasons go on forever, but you say they don't.
They do also go on forever.
Okay, because I know when I used to watch Chinese dramas, like for example, Boys Like Flowers.
Boys Over Flowers.
Boys Over Flowers. There's a Chinese version. There's a Korean version. There's a Japanese version. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yes.
Right, and I watched the Chinese version first, and it just was forever. But then I was like, let me watch the one that's supposedly the good one. I think it was the Korean one. Much shorter, but the drama was even worse.
Oh my gosh.
It was like, like constantly. I was like, I didn't even finish it. I just skipped to the end, and even the end was not conclusive enough. It's like, I'm sleeping. I'm leaving. Done.
There's a graph. It's like a meme graph of the Korean dramas, like every single episode, and I kid you not, it's completely accurate.
Yeah.
Every episode,
it's up and down.
There is a climax, and then there's a resolution, and then there's the next episode's climax. And
it's horrible on your soul.
Yeah.
And look, it even ends like mid descent.
End of episode 1.
Yes.
End of episode.
Yes. That's how it works.
What episode is this?
Oh my gosh, it's like so many things happen in one episode.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'm like, resolve. I need to break.
Yeah.
I need to break.
Yes. I remember I couldn't. I just dipped my toes in Korean drama, and I was like, I'm out. Can't do this.
The reason why I prefer Korean dramas is because
they're shorter.
Well, not only that, but their end is usually more like sweet. Like I like, it's more bow on top, which for a lot of the types of shows that I watch, I prefer that, which is like romances and stuff. I'm like, just let me feel happy and sunshines and rainbows, please. Thank you.
Yeah, and that is one thing I do appreciate, but that's what I didn't find at the end of Boys Like Flowers or the Korean one. But that's because I skipped forward to the end, so I didn't really like how it ended. That is something I did hear, was that the Korean ones, I think I heard from you and also in like reading comments, that the Korean ones tend to end more acceptably, like your heart can like rest.
Round it out.
Yes.
Yeah, I brought up the Crunchyroll homepage here just because of something earlier you said in that, where how you could just go to like off-brand anime websites and you'll just see a whole chart of every anime that's going out right now. And I really don't like Crunchyroll's homepage. I think it doesn't do them any favors.
Yeah.
Like, you see the big shows that are coming out, but there's really no rhyme or reason to it because popularity doesn't work like that, right?
Yeah.
So you just see an ad in there, then you see a couple sports shows. Like, I want to see everything that's here. You know, so you scroll down, and you can see new episodes out today, but even this isn't very... I don't find it's very serviceable. They click show more,
And
it ends right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have a
12 of them.
grid of like 30 shows, page 1, page 2, new releases, popular today, popular the whole week, stuff like that.
yeah.
You know? Because,
The way the other website worked also is that you can click by season, not just like season of the anime, but like winter season anime, summer season, like so animes that came out winter 2021, summer 2021. And
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Interesting. Wow.
Mhm.
They're more connected to the people. Where this is connected to the advertisers. It's like, listen, we need money.
Yeah, the thing is, Crunchyroll in of itself feels almost like a miracle that it's even here. Yeah. That it works. So it's like, I try not to give them too much flack, but at the same time, I just feel like there's so much more that they could do that's better, and I just wonder what's holding them back. Because I feel like they can't be so insular that they don't know there are these problems. Like, Crunchyroll half the time on our Roku has issues.
Yeah.
You know? And what was it? The other one? What was
VRV.
it? VRV? Yeah, Verve.
Funimation.
The one that they absorbed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Funimation, I thought.
Oh, Funimation? Well,
Yeah.
it was very annoying to use. And even still, it was a rival to them. And then you bought them and you merged them and you haven't done anything different.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, you got their catalog, but change how you look. Change how you
Yeah.
appear to people, you know?
I wonder if it has something to do with them trying to make the corporations happy. Because even having their shows on their site, like think about like NHK, for example, like the copyright strike happy people, you know. So they're probably trying to make so many people happy on the back end that they don't even pay attention to the front end as much, because they just need to get revenue. You know, in order to get revenue, you need to have shows. In order to have shows, you need to make the people providing the shows happy.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like they might be fighting about it like that.
And they're virtually the only game in town, to be honest.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like they have absorbed the only other one that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's the odd show that's on Netflix, but that's just... Like, no one wants to go through 13 different apps to see different shows.
No, they want to go
no
one
wants
place.
that. I want to go one place. But if you're going to be the one place, just make it easier.
Yeah.
Make it so that I can relax into the monopoly and not realize the dystopian future that I've allowed. Just make it easier.
Yes, but maybe that's the thing that is holding them back, because they are the monopoly. They're like, I don't really gotta work on myself. It's kind of like, you know, a guy or someone gets married and they just stop caring about themselves anymore. It's like, I'm married. I already secured my other half. I don't know how to take care of myself anymore.
Bare belly.
Why give them that accent?
I'm just saying, like, people do it. You know, it's so I feel like, you know, companies they get the ground, they get the attention, and they stop serving the people they were trying to serve at the beginning.
I think another thing that Crunchyroll could improve, and this is just me have to vent about this. It's
Okay.
very annoying. Whenever you hit any button, like skip forward button, Crunchyroll, the entire screen darkens, because when you bring up when you roll over the screen and the bar comes up, the whole thing gets darker, and it's so annoying. Why does it do that?
I don't know why it's annoying to you.
It doesn't get a little bit darker. It gets darker and duller. So like whatever I'm watching, and it comes up and then goes away.
Oh, so like if you're skipping, because you skip forward a lot.
Yeah, it's infuriating. I'm like, don't do that.
They're trying to discourage you from skipping. Just watch the show.
Netflix does that too, I think.
Yeah.
Makes me mad.
That's funny, because that's like a problem like only you will encounter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because
Like,
only you skip through so much.
only you and people like you watch the show like that.
Just me.
Yeah, so other than that, do you have anything you guys want to bring up?
Other than we're watching Akudama Drive, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I get to bring you guys on the journey with me of what I went through. I remember when I finished watching this anime, I was literally like, this is the best anime I've ever watched.
Really?
Wow.
Like, I would actually, like, whenever people ask the questions like, what movie do you wish you never saw so you could watch it again? I never had one. This is the only thing I would ever.
Wow.
I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, I
It's
do
great.
enjoy it so far.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn we talked about it last time. That's why I didn't write it down to bring up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we probably did, but I can't keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I'm really liking it. It's got a lot of life to it. It's one of those shows that make me wonder, was it more popular than I thought it was? Like when it came out, because I didn't really hear much about it. Like I saw it, and that made me immediately think we should probably put this on the watch list. But no one really brought it up a lot. No one really said anything. I didn't see it in the comment sections of other videos. So it's like, wow, where has this been?
Yeah. But that's my question. When was it released? Was it relatively recent? I mean,
2020?
2020.
2020.
I can't believe Google understood you.
We have an understanding.
Yeah. I remember watching it and being like, why is nobody talking about this?
Yeah.
This is terrific. This is spectacular.
It is great. I am surprised, like, that it is this good and not more popular.
Yes.
Because it's... I guess a little peek into it could be the impression people get from like Brawler and Courier just seeing the one person on Patreon saying, you know, I was started and I was like, I just couldn't get past those. Like, was it that bad to you? Like, even though I'm not a big fan of some of the voices, I don't hate it that much. And I feel like even if you didn't like the dub, just listen to the sub, you know, it would be better. So I'm like, what on earth? So I'm like waiting. Is there something that's gonna happen that's gonna make me hate this?
No, I feel like it must have passed. Like the entry point, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just hit the third episode. We watched the fourth episode today, so we're past the 3-episode rule.
Yeah, and it was good from the first episode.
Yeah, it's still trucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the characters are all like, they're unique and tropey at the same time, which is really
very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Courier's typical like, I do my job, I get the job done, but at the same time it's like it's different somehow.
Yeah.
And Brawler is Brawler, but he's Brawler.
Yeah.
That's all he is.
He's Brawler.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really fun, and you have the guy who's trying to leech off him, Hoodlum.
Yeah.
But he's doing his job well.
Yeah.
Which is usually not the way they do it. Usually.
Yeah, that's true. Like, even thinking about last episode when they're doing this impossible feat, and they actually, like, the people who succeeded in the way they succeeded, like, did not see that coming, you know?
Even Swindler, yeah.
Swindler specifically, like I'm surprised at her character. She still baffles me though. Even in this episode, I'm like, I don't understand you.
Yeah,
I don't get it. But I'm sure it's gonna come to a reason sometime. I'm waiting for it. But this show just continues to surprise in every aspect too. Just like the plot is surprising, like where we're going, and how quickly we're going. It's I want to say it's like another Demon Slayer paced show right now. It's so fast. So I'm really liking it. And I don't know. Hopefully it picks up a wave and gets popular sometime down the road.
You know, the only reason it's not more popular is because it's not set in a stupid high school.
That's funny because it's true. Oh, that reminds me of something I wanted to talk about. I don't know if we have any more time, but what we were waiting to watch, I think it was Vinland Saga on Monday or something, and we see I took my In Another World, but with my smartphone, and my dad sat down and he was like, I'll pretend, he's like, I'm gonna react with you guys, and then he reads, he's like, what is that crap? and then he cuts and walks away. Yes, even he knows crap when he sees it.
Isekai trash.
But it actually got me thinking, like, because I think what you were saying, like, people keep commenting on these and say, wow, that was so great.
Yeah.
That was so interesting. I was like, surely there's something here, right? Surely. Like, maybe I'll venture into this world of isekais and just watch them.
You know how, like, zombie movies were popular at one point? I think it's just that.
It's just that.
Like, people want to watch zombie movies, they sit down, and it's always great.
But I guess that makes sense. Because I was thinking it's been going for a while. Isekais have been around since Sword Art Online. Like, it's just going and going and going. But it makes sense when you think about the zombie analogy. Yeah. Zombies have never gotten old for people.
We should do a thing where we make a sentence and we're like, is this a real isekai or is this a fake title?
I want to do that. Oh, that's something you can bring up. We're starting to do like random fun quiz TikToks.
Yeah.
And they're actually really fun. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna write that one down. Is it an isekai? That's hilarious.
I've seen a couple too.
There's some names that are crazy.
Yeah.
There's it is okay if I just say a couple?
Sure.
There's a toilet in another world.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure there's also like a fridge in another world. Yeah.
Oh,
You know, this
no.
makes me think of Rant and Link. They've done a similar game where it's like, is this a real? I forget what it was now, but they do. Is this a real blah 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 thing? Like this is brilliant. Is this a real isekai? And I feel like you'd probably dominate, Rose.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
maybe. I'm not that into isekais, to be honest.
Yeah, Although I was so sure.
Oh
so
my gosh!
What? You found the
He's
toilet
holding
one?
the toilet
Oh my
seat
goodness!
On the oh gosh!
Isekai no toilet? They die. Whoa, what's her?
Isekai, and he decides to find the perfect toilet. Okay,
That's what you've.
that a little different.
It's a slice of life with a twist.
What's the find the perfect toilet? Is he in medieval times or something? Like
Yes, he's in the dungeon. Must be. I like that you get transported to another world, and that becomes your heart's whole mission.
Yes.
I need a good toilet.
What's crazier is this out there?
It exists.
The One Piece.
Let's make a guess now. Who's gonna win this game? Because I was thinking the last quiz that we did, which is coming up on, I think when this comes out, it'll be out. It'll have already been out. I was so sure you were gonna win.
I got lucky.
You're a faster thinker apparently.
No, I got lucky. Like those were the only characters I knew.
Now I'm scared to play against you guys. Because I know I'm not, first of all, I don't know the names. And second of all, I'm also not a fast thinker. So it's like,
If we go against each other, we'll just be like, but yeah. And then we'll just start saying different things about them. It's like, the ground! He fell!
Yeah. So on that toilet note, I think that's it. So guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, if you like your time here, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, get your Patreon down below if you want to see the not uncut, sorry. You can see these podcasts 2 weeks ahead of time. But thank you very much for being here. We'll see you in the city. Goodbye.
Bye!